So much
That
changing.
thing in Florida, what did they call it?
Well, they called it a sequel to depression.
Yeah, a depression.
Yeah, it's a big depression.
I can think of a lot of words other than depression.
I want to hear. Sure.
We can't say them on TV.
Oh, okay. All right. You're no fun. All right. Take a look. But you keep your job. So, hey, we understand all of this. All right. Take a look. See what's brewing out there. Oh, it's all been about wind, but it will soon be about temperatures. And today, actually, it was about temperatures. The temperatures were so warm. I mean, truly warm across the valley. For this time of year, anytime you hit 80s, you're flirting with records. But when you hit 86 degrees, you set a record. You blow out a record. When we started taking records at 1937, there were no records before that. There were no temperatures before then, at least not recorded, right? 84 degrees, blew out that record. Just phenomenal to see a record-setting day starting off November. Is that the shape of things to come? We'll wait and see. 58 degrees this morning. Should be lower 50s, and we'll get there. Oh, we're going to get to the 40s. Also, the flip side of the story has been the wind. Tomorrow it will feel blustery. Today it's probably feeling a little cool too at times, maybe this evening. But other than that, look at these big wind gusts. These are the last hour of gusts, and they've been larger than that. The numbers have been a little bit bigger than that, but still, not much coming across the valley just yet. It's upstream, just outside the valley. We've got a big storm coming in. The mountains really through Southern California wringing out a lot of this moisture, but that's not to say we don't have our opportunity. But I just don't feel like that will be the biggest story. Sure, we can get out a shower, thunderstorm out of the bargain, but I'll tell you, it's going to be wind and much colder air. That's going to make the big difference. Take that front to get through here, although for tomorrow, before we get that cooler air, and it may be late morning before it gets through. Ahead of it, we always squeeze out a little more warm air, and that's why we got to the 80s today. So kind of a prefrontal warming situation today. Tomorrow, behind the front, a cold air mass that will be in place all week long. Plan on it. So 20-degree drop easily across most areas. Setup is this: 80s today. That number for tomorrow. Lower 60s for tomorrow across the valley. That front would have to be very delayed for that number to come up. So if for some reason it is delayed, maybe to the early afternoon hours, sure, we could push the numbers up. But we're anticipating the next 7 days being quite cool. Quite cool. Look at this. I would say 59 is quite cool. That's an understatement, the biggest one, the biggest understatement of the year there. 40s for overnight lows, middle 40s at that. You can see 60s through Friday at least, but 70s by the weekend. And I know Carla Huelga's out and about, just kind of checking out the wind. I saw you on the live shot earlier, Carla. You looked a little chilly. I'm just throwing that out there.
I am actually pretty chilly now. We're here at Desert Breeze Park on the west side of the valley. And as that sun went down, it really started to feel chilly with these gusty conditions that we're seeing out here. And not only is my hair whipping in the wind, but the trees are behind me. And certainly we're right here by a playground, and you see those shades over the playground. Those have been whipping in the wind. And certainly if those gusts get strong enough, sometimes you can actually see some of those tear. But let's talk about what we can expect as far as the winds are concerned for the rest of the evening and the next several days here on our graphic. Now, throughout the rest of the evening, we do expect those gusts to peak right around 40 miles per hour. But in the overnights, when that cold front is pushing through, peak gusts right around 45 here in the valley. Of course, if you're in the higher terrain, then the gusts will be even stronger. So for the first part of the day tomorrow, still gusty, gusts right around 40. Then we're going to start tapering down once we head into the afternoon to the lower end of the windy category. Finally, by Wednesday, we'll be down to breezy, but then we have that second batch of energy that's going to make us even cooler. So certainly dealing with some wind chill factors here on Tuesday and even into Wednesday with those breezy conditions. We'll continue to track the winds for the rest of the evening, and we'll have more coming up for you during our 6 o'clock newscast. Back to you.